Today, master perfumers are entering the world of creation and are widening their fields of expertise. The result is a number of original collaborations. At La Durée, creative director Vincent Lemain has teamed up with scent designer Olivier Cresp, who works chiefly with Nina Ricci. And together, they've developed a macaroon and a perfume.
My aim was to make a figurative perfume by reconstructing a macaroon, whereas Vincent, for me it was the opposite. My macaroon tended towards perfume and fragrances. When we saw the bottle and the packaging, we were inspired by the fuchsia colour. We opted deliberately for a raspberry note. It is effervescent. It smells of bergamot and citrus fruit, the candied lemon you find in a panettone, or something like that, precisely.
From raspberry to lemon, from bergamot to musk, and from vanilla to rose. A harmonious blend which works both for perfume and pastry.
Similarly to Olivier's fragrances, when sampling a macaroon, there is a head, a heart, a base. The first mouthful offers a sensation of acidity. Next, the raspberry jam fills the palate with fragrance, and rounding off are the floral, rose petal notes. It is interesting to seek out ingredients and common raw materials, which are pleasant both on the nose and on the palate.
An approach which is also implemented at the other end of the Champs-Élysées in one of the meccas of French perfumery. After undergoing 1 year's worth of renovations, the Maison Guerlain reopened several weeks ago with an important novelty, a restaurant. Born out of the collaboration between the Guerlain nose, Thierry Vasser, and the Michelin-starred chef Guy Martin. The menu pays homage to the brand's fragrances.
This is a legendary perfume created by Thierry Vasser, so I wanted to do something elegant and refined with it. So here you can see that the writing is elegant. The little black dress starts off with a rather imposing fruity note, in the form of black cherry. Whether it is his profession or Guy's, balance and providing tension are what matter. And with a dark chocolate and these berries, tension is clearly created.
Sometimes the interpretation of perfumes can also be found in a dish's aesthetics. La Parisienne recalls the name of a perfume, but also the shape of the brand's iconic bee bottle. And as for Shalimar, its culinary translation is a personal homage for Guy Martin.
My mother wore Shalimar, and it always makes me think of my mother and of women generally speaking. There is something very sensual and reassuring about it for me. He discovered that Shalimar is not just the oriental perfume, which is so much talked about, with vanilla and tonka bean in particular, and a powdered iris aspect, but that the top notes are bergamot and lemon, with a marmalade heart, offering an extremely zesty side, which for me is typical of Shalimar's top notes.
While some are revisiting the great classics, others are reviving a forgotten tradition. Since last spring, Versailles has been home to a new space dedicated to perfume, Cour des Senteurs. It's here that the Maison Fabre, glove makers for the past 90 years, has revived the scented glove, popular from the 16th century onwards.
We have fragranced them with encapsulated talc, which offers a leathery fragrance. And because it is encapsulated, the perfume capsule diffuses a scent as soon as the glove is put on and lasts for about a month and a half.
Master perfumer Domitil Berthier created the fragrance for these gloves, drawing inspiration from the odours of the manufacturing workshop. These two pairs, on the other hand, pay tribute to Marie Antoinette, with Domitil recreating L'Eau d'Ange, the fragrance worn by the Queen. I went to dig out an old book, a republication containing the recipe for L'Eau d'Ange. Then I recreated the perfume, which contains benzoin, clove, cinnamon, calamus and coriander. At the time, scented gloves were used to mask noxious odours. Today, they're one of the most sought-after user-adjustable accessories. And at Quintessence, even scented candles can be customized. Every year, Valentine Pozzo di Borgo asks artists to create a candle as part of a fragrance calendar. 12 months in a year and 12 stars. Each star chooses a design, a perfume, and the month of the year it should represent. This year, chef Alain Passin, sailor Tanguy de la Motte, film director Marjane Satrapi, and illustrator Sampé have each designed a candle. Actress Armelle designed the candle representing July, which she named Sévienne. I thought about a large window in a spacious bathroom overlooking Seville with all of its odours. Seville reminds me of orange blossom and very fresh fragrances like that. I'm very fond of lime blossom, which is very fresh. It also reminds me of my childhood, and it fills me with emotion. A privileged few are able to share a part of the artist's intimacy each year, with only 250 of each candle being made.